For being 6'4", weighing 240 plus pounds, Quay Walker moves in a way that is not normal. And against the Vikings, he really flashed on tape. Like, the guy was all over the field making plays. He did only play 38 reps because he did go down with a shoulder injury, but in the snaps we saw, man, he looked really explosive. He looked really impressive, and today we're going to break it down. Let's jump right into his tape. Jumping right into this next play, I want to talk a little bit about something that a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to Quay Walker. Now, we mentioned he's 6'4", 241 pounds. He does a great job being able to extend and get blockers off of him, and of course help make the play. Now, Joe Barry, from a defensive coordinator perspective, likes to utilize what is referred to as a light box. Notice how there's two safeties deep. And at the same time, there's not enough defensive guys in the front seven that can contain all these different gaps. Think about it. If you just count the gaps here and just assign one guy to every single gap, there's essentially two gaps that are left for Quay Walker to have to potentially fill. This is referred to as a light box. This is why Walker was drafted so high. At 6'4", he's strong and quick and powerful enough where he can contain two gaps if needed. But more than that, Walker's a smart football player. He understands on this dual block based off of where he goes, that would force the offensive lineman to have to go get him. So what I mean by that is if Walker goes to the inside here, the left guard would get off number 97 and get to Walker. On the other end, if Walker goes to the inside gap here, it would be the center who would take him. So Walker understands this, and he's going to take the inside gap, understanding he can easily get back to the right here, and that's exactly what he does. He gets there and he's able to help make the tackle. Now, I want you guys to think about this play. The Packers are basically begging the Vikings to run the football. They have less guys than what the Vikings have in terms of blocking. Generally speaking, if you have 5 blockers, you need 6 guys to contain every single gap as a defense. But because you have a guy like Walker, he may be able to contain 1.5 to 2 gaps. It's a great job right there. Let's get into the next play. Jumping forward, I want to talk a little bit about this play right here. This is 3rd and 8. This is the play in which Walker is going to tackle Adam Thielen short of the sticks. 3rd and 8, ends up stopping him 1 yard short. But I want to talk about this play. Between Walker, the other inside linebacker, and the safety, they are responsible for the running back, the receiver, and the tight end. They are in a match concept, which means anyone that goes out this way is going to be picked up by this linebacker. Anyone that goes deep is picked up by this safety. Anyone who comes across the field is picked up by Walker. Now, the unique part of this is you can put Quay Walker in a situation where he's has to cover and pick up and switch on a wide receiver, because he's fast enough to be able to make the play. On this play, he chases Thielen and stops him, and this is a win for the defense. On 1st, 2nd down, you can give up 7-8 yards as long as you're able to get off the field on 3rd down. And generally speaking, teams don't go for it on 4th and 1 unless they're on their own side of the field. If Walker made this stop right here at the 30-yard line on the other side of the field, this would be a massive win. Still a good job by Walker. Of course, as you guys know, they weren't able to get the stop on 4th and 1, but it's still a good play. Let's get into the next rep. Alright guys, jumping into this next rep, if this is not the first time you're on this channel, you guys know that one of the things we like to do on this channel is look at not only the positive reps, but the negative reps, in which we refer to as teach tape. It's something a coach can teach Walker about, really discuss what happens on any given play. Now, if you guys watch Walker, he's going to get frozen by the fact that this guy comes out the backfield to the right, when in reality, the running back gets the ball. You even have the left guard here who's pulling to the left. You have some down blocks here by the offensive lineman and the tight end. But if you guys watch Walker, he takes a little bit too long to really read this play. And rookie right guard Ed Ingram is able to seal him, or at least stop him. In my opinion, Walker has to do a better job to be able to read this play. Regardless, it's not a big deal. I think as Walker gets more reps, as he gets a little bit more used to the game speed, he will be able to realize that, hey, the left guard's pulling, all the other guys are down blocking, this play's obviously going to go to the left. In my opinion, he took just a second too long to be able to read this. And of course, the defensive line was able to stop this play from picking up any extra yards. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Now, one of the interesting things with Walker is he's very versatile, right? He's fast, he's big, he's strong. He can play on the inside, and he can also play on the outside as an outside linebacker if needed. Because it's plays like this, where if you put a receiver in motion, he can help contain that and cover that. And then at the same time, if you have a guy running a crossing pattern, Walker's fast and quick enough to shift his hips and be able to process and make the play on the football. When you really watch Walker and the way he moves, he does a great job reading, reacting, and being able to get to his spot. That's a great job right there by Quay. Check out this next play right here. Walker's going to do a great job reading this zone play to the right. He sets up in the gap and he makes the play on the running back. That's a great job right there. This is what I want to see from him as he continues to grow. Read, react, and explode through contact, because not a whole lot of backs are going to be able to run through a guy like Walker because he's so massive and he's so powerful and he's so strong. It's a great job right there. Watch Quay Walker fill his gap and absolutely destroy this right guard right here. This is a really, really nice job to show that strength, that power, and to really just get physical with this right guard here. Great job. Let's get into the next rep. Watch Walker get physical at number 84 here and really reroute him. How many times do you line up a linebacker over a speedy slot wide receiver? That's an interesting play right there because he reroutes number 84 and he sticks on the running back and shuts down the running back. It's a nice job. Let's get into the next rep. Walker does a great job on this play right here by shedding the left guard, number 72, who's going to try to make contact with Walker. Walker's going to go right by him right there, and then he takes on 67. It's a pretty solid job. Now, of course, it does get pushed back a little bit, but do understand he is taking on 2 offensive linemen, not just 1. The Packers, of course, are showing a light box once again. That's okay. You're going to give up plays like this. It's not like they're putting 8 or 9 guys in the box and they're really trying to shut down the run. They really want to just get into those third and short situations to be able to get off the field. But from Walker's perspective, he uses his hands here to shed 72. Great job initially. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Alright, you guys, jumping forward into this next rep, I want you guys to watch Walker. Once again, this is just a little bit of criticism that I have. I need him to react quicker. I need him to see the pulling right guard quicker and to get there. Like, Walker's in a really bad spot because number 71 not only double teams here, but he's going to get into his spot and just kind of wait for Walker. As you see with the double there, he's just going to wait. He's going to wait until Walker actually realizes what's going on. And when he does, Walker at this point is not going to be able to make the play. Now, I do understand Walker is the backside on this play, but from a coaching perspective, when this guy pulls, the gap is moving. At this point, number 90 will then have this gap. The defensive end will have this gap, and Walker will need to chase that gap regardless of where it ends up. As you guys see the play begin, the 2 gaps here are contained by these 2 guys. Walker needs to go. He needs to absolutely go and shut this down. Now, of course, they don't pick up a ton of yards. I think the Vikings had some issues with their offensive line. It's a new scheme. Either way, it's a pretty solid run. Regardless, let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Now, in just his limited snaps, Walker made so many plays, man. Plays like this, where he's reading, he's reacting, he's filling his lane. He's just getting up there and making the play. Really solid job right here. Now, from what I take of watching all of Walker's reps, one of the things that he needs to work on is really being that backside pursuit as opposed to just being a front side guy, as you guys see in this play. His responsibility is a little bit easier because he is that front side. He's really just going to read and mirror where the running back's going with the football. But overall, this is still a really nice job. He's still able to stop Cook for just a gain of 1 yard. As the game went on, it got more clear that Walker definitely got more used to the game speed. He got more used to being able to hit people and shed people and get there. I mean, look at this play right here. Look at him read and react and fill. First and foremost, he reads this play really nicely, but more than that, look at the fact that he's able to get off this block right here. He does a great job pushing off and disengaging with this, I believe, fullback. And then he continues to run, turns that power into speed, and he runs right through Dalvin Cook right there. That's a hit that Cook does not want to see again. That's a great job by Quay Walker. You know, as I watched Walker, I saw over and over and over again that he was just making solid play after play, disengaging with blockers, getting to the running back, filling his lanes. Alrighty guys, the final clip I want to show you guys is Quay Walker against the fullback of the Vikings. And look how much bigger and stronger Walker is. Like, he almost makes this fullback look small. Like, the fullback really struggles to move Walker. I mean, Walker just does a great job with those hands, fully extends, and is able to throw him to the side pretty easily, in my opinion. Pretty solid job. Now, does Quay Walker have some things he needs to improve in? Absolutely. A few issues in terms of being able to read and really understand exactly what he needed to do on backside plays. But again, that's not a massive deal. I think as the game slows down, he will get more used to it. The speed of the game slows down. Overall, Quay Walker is the real deal. I'm 100% confident that he is going to be the best linebacker out of this class. And he may not have the most tackles every year or the most interceptions, but coaches, GMs, scouts, they will look at Quay Walker and realize that this guy brings something unique to the Packers. He is literally the type of guy that can be used in so many different situations. You can play a light box and he'll be able to cover 1.5 to 2 gaps. You can put him into the slot and have him cover a tight end, and he will do a good job against the tight end. Like, Walker is a Swiss Army knife of a linebacker if that exists. The guy's gonna be really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.